Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Ava and this is my show. Today we're talking about how to film alone. You're working the camera, you're working the audio, you're doing the whole shebang, you're freaking acting too. And I'm gonna be showing you how to do it, okay? So let's dive right in. So for basic equipment, you're going to want to bring a tripod, your camera setup, which is, you know, your camera, lens, batteries, SD card, blah, blah, blah. And then you're also going to want to download an app on your phone for your camera, and it's going to be a monitoring app, and all of these camera brands have a monitoring app that you can download, and pretty much what you do on this app is the app will show you on your phone what your camera is recording and what it sees in real time. And every single camera brand has this, like Canon, Lumix, Panasonic, Fuji I think has one, Sony has one, all the different brands have them, and I'll be showing them to you while I'm talking about this, so you know you could see them and download them, but you'll want to download those before you start shooting. As for planning, you're going to want to schedule in advance more time to shoot the film because you're literally doing everything alone. Cue title, you know, all of that jazz. And so you're going to want to schedule more time in advance, but also you're going to want to create a shot list. And so that when you're on set doing literally 5 different jobs at once, you're not going to forget different shots that you need. You're not going to lose any creative ideas that you had beforehand because you're just so busy. So having a shot list in paper that you've printed out on set that you can strike through every time that you get a shot, that's going to make sure that you get everything that you want the way that you want it. So before going into, you know, shooting this film alone, you gotta have a certain mindset, okay? You gotta know that what you can do as one person is limited, and that's just gonna be how it goes, because you can't be moving the camera while you're in front of the camera, and it just doesn't work like that. You're going to want to keep it simple, keep the story simple, keep the shots simple. Like, just know now, you're not doing dolly shots. That's not happening. There's gonna be some things that have a little wiggle room, and I'll show you those, but you have to keep the story simple, you have to keep the shots simple, and just keep it short and sweet. So now for when you're shooting the film. Let's go, yay, shooting film all alone. That sounds kind of depressing and lonely, but it really isn't, honestly. I'm doing it right now, I'm fine. I'm fine, I'm fine. Seriously, okay. I'm such a great actor. Okay, I digress. Getting focus on film, that's what we're talking about right now. So when you're getting focused, you're going to be behind camera. And you can't be getting focus on yourself in front of the camera if you're behind the camera. You see what I mean? You see, we on the same wavelength? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use a stand-in. Like if you have a mall mannequin laying around in your house, that's perfect, but most people don't. So what I do is I like to often use the furniture or props, like place props into the scene where I'll be standing, and so that I can pull focus. Like I can pull focus on this chair when I'm behind camera, and that's nice. Or like, I don't have a mannequin, I'm sorry, and so you can't see that. I'm broke. What do you expect from me? Oof. Almost kicked the table over. Okay, as for camera shots, you're going to want to be using that handy dandy app that I showed you earlier that connects your phone into your camera. It makes your phone a monitor, and you're going to want to use it to get the perfect composition, really. You're going to be able to see yourself in frame and place yourself where you want to be in frame, and so you can get the shot that you wanted in your shot list. Shot list app now just came together. Ah, love it. Then also, you're going to want to be using wider lenses. You're going to be using a 40mm max, okay? And you want to know why? I'm about to tell you why. Okay, so say that you want to shoot a close-up, okay? A close-up. And so if you're using a wider lens, the camera will be closer to you so that you can't get the close-up. And if the camera is closer to you, then you can potentially reach out to the camera and pull focus while being in front of the camera. I know, crazy. How could I ever think of such thing? I've done this a while. And so you can pull focus in front of camera with a wider lens, and then say that you want to do a wide shot. then it's even wider and there's more room in post-production if you're not framed like perfectly to just be like, I want to just crop in a little bit and then like move the frame over so that I'm like centered. Then you can do that, and then you don't have to take a million takes and like run a million miles back and forth between camera. So going back to that idea about being able to take that wide shot and just kind of scale it in and then recenter it, then you can do that for almost every other shot, as long as you keep a mindset of shooting everything slightly wider than what you actually want. And this will give you lots of freedom in post-production of being able to do zooms, you can do pulls, you can do pans or tracking shots by going super zoomed in and then being able to track your foot across a frame. And it just gives you a lot of freedom shooting wider. And you know, you're going to want that movement, like those pulls, those zooms, you're going to want all of that stuff to keep your audience more engaged instead of just constant static shots. It's fine. Anyways, I hope this was helpful and that you learned lots of tips and tricks to create a film alone. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. I don't know, I'm just being a cheesy YouTuber at this point. Just like and subscribe. I'll see you at my next video. Peace.